He even kept the second gear for the first corner, but for the second corner of the chicane, you want to go down to the first gear to get that extra turning power. That's for him in this race. And, no one really predicted that he would be in the top 3, but I think they might not be used to him. And he set the third position here with a 144.5, just 2/10 behind Tiggy. Oh, that's the sixth position.
Sixth fastest.
And
it's very hard.
He improves by 4/10.
Small little lot there shouldn't affect his lap time too much. Done now into the braking zone of the bus stop. Gets on the power very, very early. Gets a good hard exit.
And he does improve.
He does improve. He goes to
3/10. Positions W Gore. Oh wait, Paco was able to improve just last second. His second position with 1/10 between him and W Gore.
Everyone's taking it nice and easy. Oh shit, what's happening up here?
Down in first position, Borat is third. And
W Gore is taking a lead back again after falling down to third.
So Figman is following W Gore really close, and he's almost able to overtake here, but W Gore is able to defend. It's really hard to overtake in the section of the track. And there you go. Oh, there's a big crash. Oh, you can so tell it's so at the exit of Eau Rouge, and he spins a lot and he loses so many positions. W Gore sets the fastest lap at 2 minutes flat. And Taco is able to overtake here Borat in the straight, the pit straight. Borat
ran really wide at the chicane and lost 2 positions. No, he won't.
Right, goes wide, and Pfeiffer is able to take the position, and Babushka is also out. And then Pfeiffer spins out! And now it's Babushka who wins it all.
Gets a very, very good exit.
Looks like this is going to be the match. He makes a move on the right side. And there you go. He's in front. He's going to have to outbrake him. He manages to do it. He goes to the right, and then... Oh, the one is going to get overtake from Taco here. Taco is... Oh, this fight down in the position. They're side by side, and they're going to go here with the third. And Taco is stepping in right. He gets a better entrance to the corner. Borat still has some good moves, so now Taco gets a better exit than here. Yes, the inside line, just don't outbreak yourself. Borat's both slightly over under, and there you go, they're still fighting. Borat's gonna get the DRS straight in there. He's gonna have to get a really good old route on those hard tires if he wants to be able to contest that position. Doing all the DRS he can, all the energy to try to get near to Niall, but Niall goes very defensive here. He's on the inside, and there you go, Van Beek actually touches him a little bit, but Niall gets the braking right, and he's gonna have to try again, but now he's all out of energy. Just going straight here, then they'll go back into the Oru's radio. They're about to get the straight. And let's see if Bandits is able to use, but he's in ERS mode 4 still, so that means he's going to be completely out of energy. And it's all going to be, oh, but Miles goes in the glass, and there you go, Bandits gets everything except for 3.
Hello and welcome to oh, hold up guys. Welcome to SLR Tier 2 Round 6 in COTA. Hope you guys are having a wonderful Christmas holidays. And we are missing our co-commentator Kia at the moment. He's in the other channel, but he will be here shortly. The lobby is still getting set up at the moment, so we will have to wait for that. But it's going to be a really interesting race today. We have a new driver, Rogue. He just joined actually like 15 minutes ago, so we'll see how he does on his debut here. I believe also this person is, I think that might be Cookie though, I think. Yep. So we are just going to wait for everything to get started here. Hope you guys enjoyed the little highlight video we had. That's from Tier 1. It was made by W. Gore, who's in the Williams here. I believe he is one of the top people in the championship standings right now. He did a really excellent job editing that video, so thank you to him. And now we play the waiting game. I'm just going to make sure everything is set in order so that we don't have any issues.
You cannot demand sexual pleasure from me like that.
Hold up, we're live by the way.
Hi, viewers!
Let me know how the audio is, please, the 5 viewers right now. Hopefully it increases during the race, but just let me know if anything needs adjusting and I will adjust it. What's the situation like here? Why are we not starting? It's 9:01.
We are holding for a Mr. Metal Bro.
Oh, okay.
He's in the other Ferrari seat. We're also figuring out reserves because 2 of them showed up kind of unannounced.
Who was it? Was it Stelio Krontas or is that Cookie?
That's Cookie.
Okay.
Because apparently we're not enforcing the name rule anymore. I changed my Discord name to Kia just for this.
Well, while we're waiting, I don't know what to talk about, but I don't know. I mean,
let's talk about the track characteristics.
Turn 1, it's pretty hilly, you know. Got that wide ass turn.
Turn 1 is very wide. If you'll remember from the Tier 1 race, there was a lot of moves that happened on lap. Figland specifically covered the inside while I went to the outside because he thought I'd go for the inside, but it's wide enough to go around the outside and send it all the way, so...
And knowing how Tier 2 likes to race, we should be seeing some action on turn 1 for sure.
Absolutely.
Especially the S's. I don't know if how confident I am with these everyone going through it safely. Especially on lap 1, but we'll have to wait and see. My eye's gonna be on Sahil, probably maybe hitting someone in the S's.
Alright. I didn't realize we were allowed to call out specific drivers, but yes. I think there is a potential that Sahil could be on his way to a race ban by the end of the season with the way he's been driving recently. He's already picked up a qualifying ban, and he needs one more major incident before he's that close. And I think he's already got a warning, I'm not sure. But yeah, there are a few racers who have been treading close to the line of acceptability in terms of their racing. Sahil's had a few errors that resulted in collisions, rather unfortunately. But he's very much been impacted by that. He's currently on 15 penalty points, no warnings. Babushka, in a close second, has 10 penalty points.
So he's only 5 points away from a quality ban.
Yes,
still,
that is one moderate collision.
There's still 4 races to go until we end the season here, so plenty of time to pick up more penalties for both of these drivers.
I thought the Tier 2 season was longer because it started later.
No, it should be 10 races, so...
Yeah, but it started later.
You're right. I don't remember.
They also don't have a schedule. But so far, this is... Oh, no, okay, it is... Yeah, the last race will be February 2nd.
We are taking a break after this for 1 week only.
2 weeks.
2 weeks? 2 weeks, okay. 2 weeks only. And the session actually is starting, so it looks like we're getting ready to go. 16 drivers, I think we're only missing 1 who will join in qualifying, so let's get this show on the road. Oh, we also have Daniel Lerma, who's also new. He's going to be in the Renault. So we have 2 new drivers. That'll be really fun to see how they do today. If you're just tuning in now, happy holidays, everyone.
Season's greetings.
Happy whatever you celebrate. It doesn't matter, we don't judge.
I believe it was a great American who said that he wants his children to be judged on their character and not by the holidays they celebrate. Or something like that, I'm not sure. But, yeah, so today's Grand Prix is going to be in the United States at the Circuit of the Americas. Go America.
And it looks like we're going to be having a dry quali. I don't know what the race will be like unless we have our trusty Weberman Bacon Juice here with us in the chat. I don't know.
No activity from the pit lanes yet. Ooh, Hammer Time. Looks like he's engaged in first gear. He might be the first one out. Yep, looks like a Racing Point's coming out. A Mercedes is coming out. That'll be Hammer Time for the first lap of the session. Both Mercedes coming out. That'll be Blase and Cookie. And Gore is out as well. Gore and Righteous. Looks like it's a bit of a fuster cluck at the turn 1, but that's alright. Everyone's just heading out of the pits now.
We do have to wait a bit for everyone to get going on their hot laps here. I'm really interested in seeing how Daniel and Rogue will be doing. on their hot laps.
Yes. It will be interesting.
Rogue at the moment, he's sitting on the hard tires, but he's still in the pits, so I don't know if he's going to plan on switching that. Ooh, we have a sector for yellow flag. I don't know where that is. I wish there was a map that I could see, but let's go ahead and follow Hammer Time, who's on his hot lap here. As he heads into turn 2, AK to S's. Let's see how he takes him.
Keeps it locked in, drops him to 6th for the second bend. Lifts and goes for the double apex on the third. He's taking a really nice line through here, keeps it a bit close, and he turns just a bit too much for that final corner out of that section. Ideally, you want to go straight over, miss the bump a bit, and it carries a lot more speed down here. He's got that corner pretty down, doesn't use all of the track on the exit though. And he'll be down into 4th for the straight, so he's going to need to save along this lap. We'll see if he can find time to do that. Back up to 5th. I expect him to drop it into 3rd ERS at some point. Goes wide, cuts back in. He's got a very clean line through here.
Yep, so far so good for Hammer Time.
Now the double right takes the 2 apexes close. That's a very, very tight line. You don't usually see that line that much. And he's out of ERS before the final corner, so we'll see how that turns out for him. With the initial time to beat set at a 1:32.6, I'm very confident that time will be beat. My predictions will be times in the 1:38s, 1:36s would be the times I expect to see today. Rogue is out on the hard tires, that's confident.
For sure, and I just noticed Gore, I think he invalidated his lap, he didn't set a time, and Righteous is heading back into the pits at the moment. I'm going to stay on board with Lara. Oh, Daniel goes way too wide, he's going to definitely invalidate here. Let's follow Rogue as he sets his lap on the hards. The only one to do that. And also our weather report man has told us that it's going to be a clear race, so no rain expected at all.
That'll be a nice welcome surprise for some of the guys who have driven 3 races now in the wet. There was the Tier 1 in Canada, Tier 2 in Baku, Tier 1 in Canada, Tier 1 in Spa, but that changed to... That was mixed conditions into dries. And it looks like the field's just setting their laps now. We are still not beating that with 32.6. Jordan set a 32.6 as well, so heals with a 32.799, effectively 7.8. Daniel's off track through the, I believe this is the S's. Yep. I'm letting others by. Luke Chipsy here is on his hot lap. Only Use My Dad also seems to be on his hot lap, as does Cream. Now, if we're talking about drivers to follow this session, I mean...
Oh, Rogue
really...
goes way too wide, coming into like turn 17-ish. That's going to be an invalidation here on his hards. He's going to end up finishing the lap, though. Oh no, it counted.
136.8. That's very far off pace. And Creamy takes it with a 132.1. That's the best time, improved by 0.5 over Hammer. Well, yeah, as I was saying before, if we're looking for drivers to look at this session, just keep your eye on Creamy, Hammer, Rogue, and Righteous. All of them have been just doing fantastically as of late. Really solid season for most of them. You know, a few incidents here and there for the group, but overall, it's just been fantastic racing for those guys.
For sure.
And it looks like Blase is coming into the straight, and it would seem to me that he will run out of fuel. But let me just double check that. No, he's still got enough fuel. He might be saving, but he's already on 2 lap hold hard. 2 lap hold softs. They're at 8%. 6% right now. By the time he gets around for another flying lap, we really don't know what's going to happen. And if he does go for another lap, then
BMW also going wide. Everyone seems to be going wide. I don't know what's everyone's issue on there at the moment. Not enough practice.
It is a morning practice, so it can be a bit hard to keep it within the lines.
Yep, and BMW is just on the grass right now. He's coming back onto the track. He's going really slow.
That'll be through the double right-hander. He's out of fuel. That is why.
Oh, okay.
BMW is... Nope. Sorry, he's not out of fuel. His telemetry data is unrestricted. Let me... I will disappear for just a second.
Okay. Both Williams still have not set a lap yet. We already know that they can potentially take the 1-2 if they are determined enough, with Swallow righteous as he ends his first hot lap of the night. You can just see that morning sun come into that last turn. It's going to be very deadly for drivers because it's really hard to see your racing line. And Jordan takes up 4th place at the moment. Not bad, but he'll definitely want to improve coming back into the pits. Let's see what Gore is doing here as he's in the S's right now. Takes it pretty cleanly, pretty tight.
Alright, I just have to go kick some asses about telemetry data. Looks like Creamy's out of the pits again for his for another lap. Hammer is on a flying lap right now, as I believe is righteous. And so will, I believe, Dad will probably be coming in. And Gore is definitely on one. He's saving. He's on both 3 ERS right now through the final sector. Definitely wants to have enough ERS to make it to the line. And it looks like he's had a few moments over the lap. He said just his tires are a touch hot outside of the operating window, but that's to be expected with 1 lap pace to kind of push your tires to the absolute limit. They start to lose grip definitely towards the end of the lap. He's coming around. Hopefully he doesn't get impeded by the Renault, and that is a 132.2.
He's on the front row at the moment.
That is 0.3 up on his teammate, who's a 132.6.
Let's see if we can catch anyone who's still on their first laps here. I think Cookie is.
Jordan has a bit of a lock at the end of the DRS straight. Jordan coming around to
Cookie
end
goes
his lap.
really slow on the last turn here and goes wide. Yep, he's not going to set a time there. You were following Jordan? Nope, he goes into the pit.
Jordan dumped into the pit. No, it looks like we have Babushka on a flying lap. He makes a mistake at the entry after the DRS straight, first DRS. But he's out, and he's heading towards the double right-hander now.
I don't know who's getting blue flagged here, if it's either Daniel or the Williams. I think it's the Daniel because he's going to let him pass. No, he's not. He's just keeps going.
Oh, interesting.
I did see a blue flag. I just don't know who it's for. But since Daniel hasn't set a time yet, I think it's not for him. I have no idea.
Figlin will be setting his timed lap right now.
Daniel sets his first time at 1:36.1. pretty lagging behind at the moment, but Rogue is also out there, and so it's only use my dad.
We're expecting right now that Figlin's probably not going to be too far up the row. His sector times have not been great. Only improves by 1 position. Knocks his teammate Borat down 1. Both of them tier 1 drivers who are filling in today.
And Cookie is back in the 3rd sector. I think he's going to end the lap and try to set a time because there's only 6 minutes left. So if he's going to pit, he has to do it now, and he is. BMW is one of the last people not set a time yet. I think he should be going to now. He's right
Both Borat
behind.
and Fig are coming out of the S's, both not on hot laps. Probably, it depends. I don't know whether they'll be saving to go for one more on this set of tires, or if they'll be pitting to go on another. Feasibly, they should have time to finish this lap. No, sorry, they wouldn't have time to finish this lap and go for another run. So they have to either decide whether they want to do it now, or if they want to pit this lap and do it then.
And we also missed it, but Creamy Johns does take the pole position again, 31.7. That's pretty fast, I'll say.
With track evolution, the 136.6s, 136.8s are just the range we're looking for especially a pole. It looks like Sahil is going. I have no idea. Sahil is on 2 lap old softs with not enough ERS, and he's not on a hot lap, so not
Rogue,
sure what he's doing.
he's on his 1st lap on softs. I wonder how much he'll improve by as he enters, I believe, the 3rd sector is now. Rogue is a newbie into our league, at least, and so is Daniel. He's right behind Daniel, but here he comes across the line here, and he pulls up into 1st pole position.
That is pole. That is a 31.6. Yeah, very, very good lap from him. He had an extremely strong sector 3, and an extremely strong sector 1. Just fantastic. His yeah, that's fairly impressive. He's got a 24.7 on his sector 1 and a 29.9 in his sector 3. Now I know why he thought he could do this on hard. Unfortunately, he did need to resort to softs. Maybe he could have gotten higher in the mediums. We're not sure, but who knows? So it'll be Rogue and Creamy, the 2 Haas's, locking out the front row as it stands right now, and nobody else is even in the 131s. That being said, it looks like Gore. Nope. Gore is done. He's on 0 ERS and he's coasting. That is the. Oh,
so
sorry, no. Qualifying isn't ended. Sorry, I saw the 3 minutes. I thought it ended. So they split this time. He's probably gonna go. Yeah, this is outlap. So Gore's really got 1 shot to set this time now.
I'm interested to see where Cookie can end up. He still has not set a time yet. This is the only time he has left to set a time in.
Gore started his flying lap. Mode 4 down the 1st straight. Turn 1 into mode 3. He's saving throughout the lap so he can use mode 4 maybe in the S's. That might be his tech. Going into the S's now, he's into mode 5. No lifting through the first 2 curves. Lift through the 3rd. Go for the wide and cut back in for the 4th. And this looks like a very good line. He's managing his ERS the entire way through.
Only used my dad retiring from DNF, I think, for crashing.
Gore coming into the straight now. Tracks it down into 4th. Will he? Yes, he will. Just at the shift point for Gear 7. Gore sets a 24.8. So he is on track to at least match those the 2 Haas's.
Cookie's about to cross the line. Let's see what time he gets.
36.8.
Still no time.
It looks like it's slipping away from Gore a bit here, and yeah, Cookie will either have to finish a lap now, or he's toast. He's kaput. Cora through the double right into the penultimate, into the ultimate turn. Sun in his eyes. I don't think he's gonna beat the time. He improves by 1/100th of a second. Or sorry, 1/10 of a second. Does not move up a place.
So as it stands right now, we have the American F1 team leading our Tier 2 race in the American Grand Prix. Oh, and Jordan kind of loses it here.
Hammer Time's just started his hot lap, but he goes wide in turn 1. That does not bode well for him. Jordan with a 24.8 in Sector 1. He was on for a very good time. Hammer Time looks like he's getting bent out of shape in the S's here. Yeah, he slows down. This won't be his best time. I think he's gonna have to be satisfied with 4th. That's a 24.1. He's not gonna be able to recover any time through that lap. Yeah, Jordan unfortunately had a very good run through Sector 1 from looking at the timing sheets, but
yeah,
it looks like that's it. Has Cookie finally set a time? Will he finally set a time?
Let's see.
No, he will not.
Will he not? It looks like he's coming to the turn right now, unless he invalidated again. Which he does. Oh, he finishes right here. Cookie though won't be exactly last because Metal Bro and the Ferrari has joined us.
And it looks like Borat is going for a flying lap with 35% of his ERS by the time he gets past the S's. It looks like he's going to qualify outside the top 10, which is honestly a very good position for him. And if I were anywhere into the top 8s, I would be scared because he gets a free choice of tires. Go onto the mediums, bing bang boom, this is yours.
Sahil, he's about to end his lap. I think he's the only driver left, other than Borat.
Sahil with a 24.8 and a 36.8. This could be good. Yes, it is. He jumps 2 positions into a 32.1.
Pretty good by Sahil. Well done. Now we just have Borat left here.
And it looks like Babushka might also be going for... No, sorry, he's done. I didn't see the flag. Yep, Borat will be the last one. Not the cleanest exit there, and he's out of ERS by the time he's into the double right. I don't think he'll be improving on his time. He set a... No, he set a 31.3 and a 37.5 in the previous sectors. I don't think he's getting anywhere.
Wide. Nope.
And he does. No improvement there. Loving the pink helmet though.
So here we go. We have both Haas's leading us with W go right behind them. Sahil in 4th, Hammer Time in 5th, Jordan in 6th, Blaise in 7th, Righteous in 8th, Bakushka in 9th, and Chipsy in 10th. Those are your top 10 at the moment. And what?
Sorry, go on.
No, what were you gonna say? I was done.
I said Borat had exceeded track limits on that lap anyway, so he couldn't have improved if he wanted to.
Yep, and remember there is no formation lap, so we're just gonna get right started. Sit back, everyone, relax, have fun. This is gonna be an interesting race. This is Tier 2, Round 6. We are about to get started here.
And just for anyone who really not familiar with our league, Tier 2 is kind of our DMT of the group. There's a lot of rough and ready racing, we'll say. There's a lot of rubbing, there's a lot of passing, there's a lot of mistakes. And it's all very, very fun to watch.
Six seconds left. Okay. We are 5 lights in COTA. The race begins. Rogue and W Gore having a really good start here. He's on the inside of Rogue.
Going to the inside. Rogue is going to the outside. Oh, Sakil! Sakil drops to 8th position from the start. He is down a few spots. Righteous, Jordan, both capitalizing on his early braking, taking it easy into turn 1. Looks like McMetal Bros far at the back. I think we might have gotten through without any incidents.
Yeah, so far so good. Righteous.
No, McMetal Bros spun.
Oh god, Blaze was supposed to retire.
Oh, there's a major collision. Major collision through the middle of the S's there. That'll be a turn 6 incident.
And we did not pick that up on stream, but so far Righteous Fire has gained the most out of everyone, or part of the most, in 4th positions. Borat also gaining 4. Cookie also gaining 4, but he's still in 12th. Hammer Time drops 1. Sahil drops 3. I don't know what happened there. He must have taken turn 1 pretty bad.
He did. He took turn 1 extremely cautiously, and he got passed before the turn-in area. Rogue getting a bit bent out of shape, coming back onto the track.
And Jordan takes up in 3rd place now. Oh wait, they're wheel to wheel actually.
Yeah, they're going wheel to wheel through turn 2. Or sorry, the double right-hander. Hammer Time gets past Righteous.
Oh, and someone spins. I think it's Rogue.
There's Rogue. There's Rogue spun off.
And oh no, Sahil and Jordan.
That is Jordan. Jordan and Sahil having collisions there.
Bakusha already taking a 3-second time penalty. It's not even been lap 1. He's in the pits actually.
Cookie is up 7 places. Only Use My Dad up 8 places, and Borat is in 6th position from 12th. He's gained 6 places. That is just fantastic racing for everyone who can keep their heads clean in lap 1, really get up the field.
Oh my god, I just saw a huge corner cut by someone. I don't know who it was. It was hard to see with the sun.
Oh, Gore gets out of shape. He's down into 5th.
He's going to lose out on 6th. Now Borat now up into 5th from that.
And he'll be in 7th if Sahil can get this move done.
Yeah, he does.
Yep.
Gore kind of bottling it at the moment.
Oh, yeah. I'm just going to have a quick read through the damages, if that's all right.
Yep.
In the top, everyone is fairly clean. Righteous has just light green damage on his front right. I'm looking through everyone else. Yeah, W Gore has 100% wing damage. He's missing the entirety of his left wing. He's struggling a lot with grip right now. Figlin up into 9th now, gained 2 positions. He's lost 25% of his left. Yeah, Gore just has to cede that position to both Jordan and Jordan and Figlin and Cookie.
Wow.
He'll. Oh wow! BMW sends it down the inside on Gypsy.
Gore going into the pits now. Sahil, we have another person in the pits. Borat's actually in the pits. That's interesting. I don't know if he took damage earlier. He must have.
Yep. And it looks like, wow, yeah, Creamy Johns has just run away from this. This is lap 3, 5.5 second interval to the car behind. That is how you create.
Something interesting. Only Use My Dad is in 4th position. I think that's his highest position he's been so far in the league. So really good job on him. Hopefully he can consistently stay here and win some major points for himself. And while during that, Lerma does take a 3-second time penalty for corner cutting. Both Daniel and Rogue are at the moment in 11th and 12th. Rogue, I forgot what happened to him. He got spun out, right? Or he spun himself out. It's gonna be a recovery race for him, starting in from second.
Gypsy gets by BMW Power under DRS. BMW looking through the inside. Oh my God!
No! What is he doing?
BMW Power just rams right into Cookie. That'll be a report.
And we're gonna be hitting that replay button here for you guys to quickly see that. Once again, low-key a show off, but did it work? I have no idea.
That was just an incredibly optimistic attempt.
I don't think it worked. I'm just gonna quickly alt tab, boys. Why didn't it work?
The front right now is looking fairly odd. It is not looking at all like our grid, our starting grid at least. Creamy John's up 1 position. He started second. Now he's in first. He leads the race. Hammer Time started 5th. Now in second. Righteous Fire started 8th. Now in 3rd. Only Is My Dad started 13th. Now in 4th. This has been just some fantastic driving from those four. Just really getting through the field, keeping their noses clean, avoiding accidents left and right, and their work has really paid off here. Figlin also up 5 positions into 6th, and Cookie took a bit of contact there, but he's up 7 positions into 9th. Rogue dropped 9 positions into 10th.
Something interesting. Borat's back on the softs after pitting, so
he'll be going to soft medium then.
Yeah, I mean he might have to pit another time because I don't think there's enough, right?
No, you can absolutely make a soft to medium work. It'll just be a lot of like a one-stop soft to medium work. It'll be a lot of work in terms of tire management. But if he pit lap 3, he should definitely be able to take the soft to medium approach without too many tire wear issues. Creamy John sitting the fastest lap. He's now a cool 6.5 seconds in front of Hammer Time there. And if we're just to look now, a lot of guys, they're up into the 30s. Oh wow! So you can see the difference in the setups now. Specifically, Jordan, who has 60% wing damage on his left, it has 30% tire wear on his tires, and he's fighting Figlin, who's got 25% tire wear on his. So he's got much younger tires. But all of them struggling really to keep their temps down through basically the whole lap, especially out of sector 1. But it's very intense in terms of lateral loads going through the S's. And
Rogue is actually fighting his way back into the top 10 now. He's only 5 temps behind Cookie. He should be able to maybe pass him on the straight here. He has the much better exit, I think. And let's see what happens when he gets DRS here. And he will get past him? Yes, he will. So Rogue is quickly climbing again after that terrible misfortune. McMeadowbro picks up a 3-second time penalty, but he's now...
We're going wide in the penultimate corner.
McMeadowbro was like 1 minute behind everyone, or 40 seconds now.
He had major issues coming through turn 1. He was spinning by himself.
Yeah.
So
Sahil's still staying in 4th place, so so far so good for him, I guess.
That's looking like probably one of his better results this season, right?
Yeah, he still hasn't bumped into anyone or caused any major collisions at the moment.
I meant in terms of standings, but yes, that is bonus too.
Oh yeah, true. Only Is My Dad picks up his first 3-second time penalty. You will have to be a little bit careful. He is in 5th, to stay calm.
Yeah, 4th in fact will be Sukhil's best finish if he can maintain this position. His best finish so far was 10th in both Azerbaijan and Australia.
Wow, really?
And he's...
Sorry, but I didn't know that. Very cool fact, indeed.
Yep. Looks like he'll be trying to fight Righteous coming into the next few laps. It'll be about who can manage their fuel and ERS better, and it looks like from this perspective, Sukhil has it under control. He's got 100% use of his energy. He's got all of it stored up, and he's keeping his tires very much in check. All just below 100 degrees now.
So something interesting, the battle for 6 right now from Figlin, Jordan, and Chipsy, it's kind of allowing Rogue...
sorry, Jordan, sorry, Righteous just goes wide, and Sukhil gets by. Sukhil into 3rd position.
Okay, not bad right now for him. But kind of what I was saying here in the midfield of Figlin, Jordan, and Chipsy. It's allowing Rogue to kind of like catch up now. He can potentially gain 3 more positions if they keep fighting each other. Cookie picks up a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. A lot of warnings coming out here.
Looks like Mega Metal Bro has DNF'd. I don't know when that happened.
I think he retired in the pits because I just saw his ghosted car.
Sure.
And let's see what happens here with the S's as 4 cars now, all right behind each other. Fighting for a position right now. A lot more time second penalties coming up, holy shit. Excuse me, but there's a lot right now.
Y'all
Only
need to
about
keep
7.
it in the track, man.
For real.
Oh, and it looks like Rogue's gonna get a really good exit here, plus all the DRS. He might send it down the inside for the turn. Oh, no, looks like he's going on the outside. Gets a better turn in. Yep, yeah, he'll... Oh, no!
Oh, he kind of messes
a little
up.
moment there. But with the DRS, unfortunately, Chipsy does have DRS on the cars ahead. And he might get it done. Yes, he does. He gets right past Chipsy there. And now he'll be turning his focus to Jordan. Jordan, still struggling with wing damage, won't have the best grip in the world, definitely compromises the aerodynamic stability of the car. And it looks like Rogue might be looking for a move on the double right. Yes, yes he is! Rogue sends it
What
right
a
up
move.
the inside. Dastardly, I might say. Very good racing from
And it looks like he's
Rogue.
going into the pits now.
He'll be at 50% wear, and it's the first stop at lap. That kind of makes sense, and it looks like Chipsy's followed him in. That'll be triggering the undercut. The leaders will start thinking about pitting now. Creamy built an 8.7 second gap to the car behind. He's doing really good.
Righteous Fire picks up a 3-second time penalty. That will give some breathing room to Sahil once he figures that out. Considering that Only Use My Dad is 3 seconds behind them.
And we have a driver who's left.
Yep, in the pits again. He isn't retired yet, so he might come back.
Might have been his AI who brought him into the...
Oh, true.
And I'm not entirely sure about the time penalty giving breathing room to Sahil. We know how prone Sahil is to corner cut penalties, so
True.
it's entirely possible that he...
And we just see another retirement from Bakuchka. Actually, I don't think anything happened because there's no yellow flags anywhere.
Yep. He might have had to go or just wasn't feeling the race. Who knows?
We do encourage people not to, rage quit. Try to finish the races if you can, and respect the
Looks
other
like
drivers.
Rogue gets a position on. Oh wow!
Oh.
Rogue gets a position on Borat. Chipsy goes for a very audacious move. Ends up losing 2 positions.
Only caught the glimpse of that one.
That looked like Chipsy was heading. Oh, Rogue has a bit of an oversteer moment coming on the exit.
And Sahil is
into
on
the double right.
He's fighting hammer time per second right now, and so is Righteous as he's right behind them. They still have not pitted yet, so I think this will be like around the time they should pit.
Yeah, Sahil's on 55% wear on his front tires, so we know he's a pad user who uses TC, or else the wear pattern wouldn't match. And looks like Righteous is right on his back with 60% wear as well. And it looks like Sahil has a lot of energy to deploy, and Hammer Time has a decent amount. He's on 40%, but Sahil was on 100% ERS. He's going to be catching up, plus the DRS. He might go for a move. It wouldn't be wise, I would say, to Sahil. Just keep it clean. Oh, wow. Okay, that was a bit of a
Tags
forward
the
cut.
little pole there, or whatever those are called.
The Ballard. Yep. But to Sahil, I would say clean if just very, very smooth inputs now. You can get past Hammer. If Hammer goes in this lap, you stay one short. If Hammer doesn't go in this lap, you go. You cannot mirror your opponent who is that closely ahead of you on strategy. It just will not work. You kind of have to take a different approach. It looks like
see.
Hammer is staying out.
And so is Sahil.
Ooh, I'm not sure if that was the right call for him.
Righteous goes into the pits though, and let's see. Well, all my only use my dad is also Figlin.
Yep.
He's opting to stay out. Jordan also staying out.
Figlin's got decent enough wear. Figlin's only on 50%. He's got a very much a lower wear setup than his opponents, which is kind of good that he's gotten this far up, because we know that low wear equals slower. Just in general, as a general rule, Creamy has come out in 3rd place on the mediums.
Cookie and Gore also opting to stay out.
We'll have to see what happens on the DRS straight with Sahil, whether he'll get DRS actually, because he's just over 1 second.
Don't think he will.
And yeah, it doesn't look like he is, but he's still going to use up all of his energy. Definitely makes sense. I presume this will be their in lap, because they are up to over 60% wear now, any longer, and they risk a puncture. And I think Sahil, definitely this lap, if hammer time doesn't go in, he has to. If hammer time does go in, it might still be a good idea to just try to race him on the mediums. Try to race him on the softs. And it'll be interesting to know whether Creamy will have lowered his diff settings and really is prioritizing tire management to see if the one-stop can work. He pits a bit early to make the one-stop work, but it's still definitely a possibility. It'll just be a bit high wear on the mediums.
Oh, and
But
Rogue and Cookie are having a lot of contact here in the 3rd sector as he tries to get past him on the inside here.
Sahil is in the pits. Hammer time stays out.
Ooh.
Sahil has triggered the undercut on hammer time, and Sahil is going on to the mediums, so he might be doing the one stop as well. That'll just be 17 laps on the mediums, and completely possible, considering he's just done 11 on the hards.
And Figlin also
on the
staying out too.
Yep, Fig has had very, very good tire wear here. He's definitely gonna stay out at least this lap. Of course, it'll be interesting to know actually whether he pits this lap or he stays out one more, because his tire wear is only at 55% right now, and we've seen others pit at around 65. That's where he'll pit. Righteous is right on the back of his teammate. His teammate probably won't be too happy to see that, considering that he started much further behind. Righteous onto the mediums, and Gore is on the softs, old softs as well. Oh, looks like Gore's... Yeah, Righteous goes for a move and gets past Gore right before the hard braking zone.
There could have been some team communication there, maybe saying, hey, let me pass.
Yeah, it doesn't look like Gore did too much effort defending there, but I'm not sure he felt that he was under attack. Further down the order, we have Only Use My Dad on the mediums, fighting with Chipsy on softs. I'm not sure what the wear is, but we can definitely check the age. Chipsy's on 3-lap-old softs, actually. Gore is the last driver to pit.
Figlin, we're seeing, is also pitting now for the mediums. Borat also is repitting again, so he'll probably be heading to the mediums as well.
Yep, Borat will be on to the mediums, and he'll be trying to make that a 2-stop. And make it to the end of that set of mediums. And I think from here, you could safely do that. So that'll be probably Gore coming in soon for those mediums, as well as BMW Power probably be coming in at some point for the mediums. And I think Chipsy might want to extend his run just a bit before he gets onto the mediums. 4 laps on softs is just kind of a waste of them.
And more time penalties are showing up. We kind of missed it, but Sahil grabbed the 3-second time penalty as well. And actually, he's going to go past Gore right here on the outside.
Will he? No. No, he will not. He gets blocked by Gore. That's some pretty good defending by Gore there. Just putting your car just right in the middle of the track, parking it kind of on the apex. I'm not sure Sahil would be too happy about that. Oh, but he goes for the inside, and he gets the job done. Gore's on the outside. No, but Gore is too far back. Can't get the acceleration down, and I think that'll be Gore's time to signal that it is time to pit for him. Time to change to the mediums.
Yeah, he's struggling out here now. He just picked up another 3-second time penalty. I don't know who has not picked one up yet. I feel like everyone has. And Gore opts to stay out at least one more lap from the looks of it.
It looks like Jordan is really close on the back now. He had to break through the double right just to make. Oh, Jordan at the moment of oversteer saves it, but loses a chunk of time to Fig there.
Who just happened to pick
Fig,
up a time penalty.
Yeah,
so
picks up a time penalty.
COTA just might be one of those tracks where it's just really hard to keep it in, I guess. And Sahil also picks up another one, so he's now down 6 seconds, and he's still in third, but he's going to be dropping down to at least 6 at the moment if it stays like this.
Well, that's not counting everyone else's time penalties as well.
Oh,
which
yeah.
actually,
But I think
I
it's the
believe,
most, I think, at the moment.
Would you like to know what everyone's time penalty times are?
Yeah, go ahead.
Let me just get this set up really quickly. So in 4th position, it is Gore. Gore has 3 seconds. Rogue has 9 seconds.
Whoa. Wow. Did not expect that.
Hammer time is 3. Or sorry. No, that was incorrect. I'm not sure who is 3 seconds. It doesn't tell me precisely the name. But yeah, that'll be Gore with 3.
So Rogue is back up into 4th at the moment as Gore pits. He is right behind Sahil, who is being chased by Hammer Time. With his 9-second penalty, though, I don't know if he can stay in.
Sorry, quick correction. I believe, yes, Sahil has the 9 seconds of penalties.
Oh, not Rogue?
Rogue has 0 seconds of penalty.
He might be the only driver then. Might be Creamy Johns as well.
And Hammer Time is 3 seconds of penalties. I can tell you, Creamy Johns does have 0 seconds of penalties.
I think both passes are the only one who just haven't
No,
messed up yet.
there are 3 drivers. Who's in 12th? 12th position, Borat. Borat has 0 penalty seconds. In 4th position, that is Rogue, and 1st is
Creamy.
Yeah. So both the houses and Borat all have 0 time.
So Rogue has done a really good job recovering from that first lap mishappened here. He's in 4th now. He could potentially get to 3rd. I don't know if he can catch Righteous though. Actually, no, wait, I'm retarded. I'm looking at the wrong number here. He can catch Righteous, so it'll be interesting to see that. Hammer Time picks up a 3-second time penalty now.
That he does. That'll be 6 seconds for him.
Shipsy will have to pit, I just noticed. He's in the softs.
Yep, Chipsy will definitely have to pit onto the mediums at some point. Sahil gets by Rogue in turn 1.
They're really close here coming into the... Oh, he's going on the outside, it looks like. Oh, no.
Oh, and he forces Sahil wide!
Oh,
Sahil's
Sahil!
off and into the barrier! That is devastating. That was Sahil's best result of the season so far, and he's just thrown it away by being
Needs to be a little
careless.
careful here.
One of them has thrown it away by being careless. It'll be interesting to see who, and it's also noteworthy that Sahil had the fresher tires and had more energy than Rogue.
Well, hopefully Sahil was recording. He tends not to record, apparently.
We did remind him before the session, so.
And this is why you do record, for incidents like that. Unfortunately, I clicked on Hammer Time right when that happened, so I kind of missed it a little bit. I'm kind of.
I only got an outside POV. I only got the broadcast rather than the T-cam. It looks like Hammer Time's really close on Rogue now. It'll be interesting to know whether Rogue took any damage from that incident or not.
Oh, and he
Hammer
got a ghost
Time.
fruit.
Very
lucky.
avoids collision with Rogue.
I honestly think Rogue can retake that 2nd position, which is going to be really impressive. He's
Do
definitely.
you?
He should. I mean, he's proven to be really fast, and
Oh, sorry. I was looking at the wrong wrong interval. So, yeah, I was thinking 15.
yeah, I was thinking that too when I looked.
But a minute, a second, he definitely can. About a second separates 3 and 4, like 2, 3, and 4. So that's fairly nice. Gypsy's hanging back in 5th, but he's on old tires. I've noticed this about racing point drivers. They love to take their tires long. The past couple of Tier 2 races and a Tier 1 race in Silverstone, Tier 1 drivers have been taking their tires long, and Gypsy cuts a corner. So that is another penalty for Seal. That is 12 seconds of time penalties for Sahil.
That has to hurt.
Yeah, that is definitely a sting on top of the clustercluck that was
And
that incident in the S's.
Rogue is
And
getting really close to Righteous now.
Sahil's right on the back of Gypsy with slightly older mediums, but we know Sahil's fast. We know that those softs like to fall off and just kind of hit a degraded.
We're gonna have 3
grip
people
limit.
going wide here. Jordan, Gore, and Dad. I think.
Sorry, Sahil just quickly gets by. Gore gets by.
Oh, and Gore!
Short.
What a dive!
And Gore does a doubled overtake through the braking zone. That is quite
That's
amazing.
a nice dive by him.
Forces the Alfa Romeo just a bit wide.
Oh, and Dad loses up on 2 positions now, but is it going into the inside? He takes it. Okay.
Does not get it.
And Rogue
Now-
does overtake Righteous in turn 1.
Gore's got a decent amount of energy built up. Jordan has virtually none, and Use My Dad is using all of it so far just to catch back up to where the positions he lost. Only Use My Dad is on significantly older tires, 4 laps older mediums than Gore is, as well as Jordan.
Ooh, and Dad almost loses. He does lose. Oh no, that's Chipsy. Chipsy,
Yep, Chipsy.
breaks his wing, I think, from the looks of it.
Yep, that'll
He
be
is gonna
a
have to
complete
pit.
loss of the left end plate.
It could be a result of him staying out on 9 lap old softs.
Ooh, Hammer Time is getting very, very close to Righteous. Righteous is getting very close to Rogue. Rogue is actually overtaking Righteous for second position. And, Righteous goes back down the inside.
But he's gonna
But
miss
he
out.
loses it on the switchback for Rogue. Rogue goes wide. Righteous gets through.
And he's gonna try
but
again
Righteous-
on the inside. Oh no, that's right.
Oh, and Righteous just taps into the rear of Rogue. Might have had a bit of wing damage there.
And this is really close. Hammer Time. He might try to pass him here. Oh, they ghost. They tap, and Hammer Time gets a 3-second time penalty. That might be a little bit unfair from him. They tap.
Yeah,
They kind of
he-
pushed him wide. I do have that on stream.
Jordan looks like he's getting close to Gore again.
Hammer Time. He might make a move here. No, he doesn't. This might allow Rogue to really pick up some space now from these two. Hammer Time. This looks like not if he or when he will. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Fuck, I forgot the saying. Oh no, actually he taps his wheel with Righteous. But it's looking more and more certain that Hammer Time will get past Righteous. That's what I was trying to say earlier. Definitely
Gypsy's
look at
into the
this.
pits.
Gypsy's into the pit for mediums again. Okay.
Yep, I think everyone will be ending the race on this compound. I think everyone can make it to the end. Rogue feeling a bit of pressure. He's got 10 lap old tires with 30% wear. He could definitely make it to the end. Probably just be around 30% wear.
Ooh, when Righteous gets really close, almost makes contact.
Jordan not going for a move on Gore. Jordan going actually a bit wide, but still takes a fucking time penalty. A time penalty. He went wide, didn't accelerate, didn't immediately cut back, but still takes the time penalty. Righteous has Hammer Time right on his rear. They're both gonna have DRS though.
Wonder if we'll see any moves happen coming up the hill. No. Just gonna play
There
it
was
safe.
probably an opportunity for it, but Hammer Time probably thought better of it, trying to bide his time instead of rushing that move.
For sure.
Especially considering that he's on slightly younger tires, and overall he's just had a bit of a race. He might fancy his chances of taking his time. Because, yeah. Righteous gets a bit wide, touches the grass. Hammer Time might go for it on the corner before the straight. Goes through the inside, yeah, and he gets past.
Gets it done pretty easily.
That exit from Righteous was not great. Both of them will have DRS. No, sorry, only Hammer Time will have DRS.
Ooh.
So,
But Righteous is still
bodes
right
really
behind
well
him
for
though.
his,
He can make a move. I
his
think
chances.
he will. No, he
no,
doesn't.
don't. You will not. Jordan, right back onto the gearbox of Gore again. Doesn't go for a move. He's going to be saving energy. He's at 22% right now. And Hammer, after getting past Righteous, is starting to really chop into that time to Rogue. Hammer Time has increased the gap to Righteous by 1.2 seconds so far.
Gore picks up a time penalty. I actually just saw him. I don't know what caused that.
As it stands right now, Hammer Time will lose that position to Righteous. He has to create a 3-second gap because Hammer Time has 9 seconds of time penalty and Righteous only has 3. So he will need to. He only has 6. So he needs to create a 3-second gap to Righteous Fire. And knowing Hammer Time, that's entirely possible. He just needs to really get in his zone and really go for it. And it looks like Righteous is actually going to be fuel saving to the end of the race. He does not have much left.
And the gaps are coming more clear now. Only really close action we had is Jordan and Hammer Time. Everyone else seems pretty spread apart at the moment.
And Hammer Time's going to be looking to close that gap to within 1 second. He might get it by the straight, depending on his exit of the corner. But he's now created a 2.2 second gap to Righteous, and it's entirely possible that the 3-second gap he needs forms within the next couple of laps. But it does seem like he's really putting the pressure onto Rogue. Although, I will point out, they are all in a Discord channel. So there is the possibility that there could be some gentleman's agreement as to not race each other and potentially ruin their races. Hammer going into 5th for the double Apex S, keeping it squarely on track. He is within a second now, but he has very little energy to spare.
And Gore is catching up to Sahil. Jordan right behind Gore, so these 3 drivers are going to be battling it now for 5th position. Gore kind of makes a little mistake coming into that exit here, but he will have the DRS to catch up again. Jordan will not.
And crucially, Gore isn't spending any of his energy. He's just allowing the DRS to carry him closer and closer to Sahil as the laps go on. He's probably aware of Sahil's penalty situation and has just mentally made a note saying if he gets the move done, great. If he does not, who cares? Because he is currently sandwiched between 2 people with 12 seconds of time penalties. He only has 6.
Jordan picking up another one, so that puts him up to 15, right? If he also has 12?
Yep.
Wow.
And Gore is just spent all of his energy on the back of Sahil. Not going to get by him turn 1, because Sahil kind
He's
of
getting really
parks
close
the
now.
apex.
They gotta be a little careful.
Gets past on the exit. Yep, and that is Gore past Sahil now. Oh, and Sahil is just not taking the best line. Really scrubbed a lot of time, and that puts him right in the attacking range of Jordan now. Hammer Time, crucially, has developed that 3-second gap. It's now 4 seconds to right. If he can...
Sahil picking up another time penalty again. Yeah. So both Jordan and him are on 15. And that also, Only Use My Dad's only 15 seconds behind them, but of course he will have his own penalties, but...
12 seconds of penalties for Only Use My Dad.
Oh my god. What's going on, guys?
So that puts him far behind not only Fig, but I do believe that puts him in range of Boris. Especially if he picks up another.
Jordan is eyeing the move to attack.
It'll probably come in tier 1, in turn 1, or the S's of the following lap. I don't think Jordan, brilliant racer. I don't think he's patient enough to wait all the way to the end of all the way to the next straight opportunity to get. So he's either going to take it on the DRS zone here, which it looks like he will be. He's up into mode 4 with DRS.
Yep, he's probably going to get the move done now. Nothing Sahil can do about it.
Sticking to the outside, not really defending.
Oh,
Sahil...
he goes way too wide. That's going to allow Sahil to get back right into it.
And crucially, that puts him out of... no, sorry, just within DRS range of Sahil. Only Use My Dad now is Figlin on his rear. Figlin still has the wing damage he picked up earlier in the race, so he did his pit stops. He didn't want to add any extra time there. Now, it'll be interesting to see whether Jordan can pull off this move. Finally, he doesn't have a lot of ERS, but that's fine. He's got DRS, he's got the slipstream. Sahil looks like he's going to the inside. No! He ducks back! Jordan is going to the inside.
They're going to tap here. Nope, they're good.
Barges through. Makes
Oh!
Sahil rear ends Jordan, but lets him by.
And more time penalties are appearing on our bottom race control screen here.
Truth be told, that probably did more damage to Sahil than it did to Jordan, so maybe no love lost there. But now Figlin, right on the gearbox of Only Use My Dad. Now Figlin is a fairly patient racer, but I think he will have the energy to make that move on Only Use My Dad. I think he'll probably make it through turn 1, and if he doesn't make it through turn 1, I do think he might try to wait until the straight. I don't think he'll make a move in the S's. Yep, Figlin deciding to back off into turn 1, not going for a move, just sticking close by, utilizing the strip seam. Maybe he's going to save some energy through the S's and just keep tight. Keep really tucked into that slipstream and let it carry him forward. And it looks like Only Use My Dad is severely overheating his tires. He was at 120 by the exit of the S's, and Fig was only 110. And it looks like Fig will be getting the move done here. He's got DRS. He's up into mode 4. And he's going for the outside. Yep, Fig gets the move done.
Let's lock up a bit. That's going to allow
and he
Only Use My Dad to regain the
allows him
position.
back. Yep. Now, it's interesting to know that Figlin actually doesn't need to overtake on track to get in that position. He just needs to stay within
Oh, and they tap a little
9
bit.
seconds.
Careful, guys. Figlin backs
the
off a
exit.
little bit.
Figlin's still in mode 2. You would ideally want to save around here just to get past in the DRS zone up to the lead up to turn 1. Figlin flooring it on exit. DRS. He's still only in mode 2. He's not wanting to waste all of his energy. And Only Use My Dad is defending to the inside. Figlin's to the outside. Only Use My Dad cuts the corner.
What a battle.
And
oh, and Gore overtakes Righteous.
Only Use My Dad picking up another time penalty. He's now at 15 seconds.
Also, Jordan and Sahil also picked up another 3 second together.
So they're they're respectively on 18 each.
And that's gonna... I might not even move him down. It might move Figlin up though, so I don't know.
Figlin does have a 3 second time penalty himself. And there's an 18-second time difference to Only Use My Dad. They would each have to pick up 2 more to put Figlin within range, or Figlin needs to get by and close that distance.
And Righteous now is falling back behind his teammate who overtook him in Sector 2 on that straight. It's been a pretty quiet race for BMW. I don't think we talked about him much. He's just been chilling in the back.
Did dive bomb.
He did?
If you remember correctly, he dive bombed right into Cookie.
Ah, okay.
Borat picks up an additional penalty, won't affect his standings. Figlin, I think, has realized that he could just back off, not overtake on track, and just cruise it all the way home for a nice, solid 8th position. Interestingly, Jordan, although the field around him has changed, is still in the same position he qualified in. Gore's lost out 1 position. Creamy is still...
Figlin picks up the 3 second time penalty. I think that's going to end his hopes of trying to climb over Sahil and Jordan, if that was ever a possibility.
It was not. He would have had... They both each would have had to pick up 2 penalties themselves, because he already had 1.
I mean, they surprised me, I guess. 18 on each driver. It's a lot of penalties.
That is a lot of penalty. Fortunately, it's not counted for the Smooth Operator Award.
Figlin again closing in on the gap. The only gap right now. That's close enough to really watch for.
And as we're in the dying stage of the race, I would like to ask you, who do you think your driver of the day is?
Honestly, it's really hard to tell because, like, I would honestly just put it at Rogue. But I kind of feel like it's a little bit unfair because he just joined in 15 minutes ago. But he did pull off a really good race. He made a lot of overtakes on people. He was unfortunate to spin out lap 1. But he put on the mediums and he came back to his 2nd place position where he started, so I guess I'm gonna say it'll go to him because I don't think anyone else has really impressed me so far. I would say
He has impressed me a lot.
if he wasn't here, I'd say Only Use My Dad. Like, you know, he started well in 4th at the beginning of the race. He kept it there for a little bit.
Well,
But,
my problem with both of your like Only Use My Dad and Rogue, they both have incidents, and it wasn't entirely clear who was at fault for it.
Yeah.
It's entirely possible that Rogue's spin was entirely his own fault. I think Creamy has just driven a flawless race. Like, he's finished 18 seconds above his opposition, just clear dominance on the field.
Yeah, both passes, honestly, it's well deserved, well done by both of them. Creamy, though, I mean, ever since lap 1, he's just been way off the pace from everyone else. 5 seconds in the first lap, 18 seconds now. I don't think he's made a single mistake. I still don't think he has time penalties, so if you want to say Creamy, I won't disagree. For sure.
Yeah, I do believe that Creamy has absolutely done the best. just like I said, completely flawless race. He's driven really well. Hasn't had any major incidents to recover from. Did well to get through a bit of the first lap chaos, and then on he went to a just a great drive.
Something worthy to note though, Gord did take the fastest lap, so he will get that extra point if it all stays the same.
Yeah, but Gore was one of the only drivers to put on a fresh set of softs as well.
It was on mediums, so he just got it now.
Did he?
Yeah, as we were talking about Creamy. And speaking of Creamy, here he comes in the last 2 turns. Last turn here, Creamy Johns is your COTA champion / winner. A really well done race by him.
We'll just have to keep an eye out on these penalty times as well.
Did it work? Okay, the replay thing did work. I just want to show this off to you guys. I'm sorry, but there you can see Creamy John's passing the line once again.
Gore overtakes Hammer Time. He's in 3rd.
Oh.
Sorry, that was a bit of a kerfuffle.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. So Gore ended up coming in front of
And
Hammer Time.
Biglin and Only Use My Dad.
Gap.
They're still battling. They're still battling onto the final turn here, or 2 turns.
Only Use My Dad.
Oh,
goes
and they
really
bump a little
wide.
bit.
Oh, there's
They
major
ghost.
collision. That was not a ghosty, my friend. That was
Really?
a collision.
I saw a ghost. We could
No,
look
he
back at
forced
it though.
Biglin
Oh,
wide.
and they come
Biglin
right into
wins
the
on
lines.
track and in the standing.
Let's go rewatch that again, just because I really like this new feature. As we wait for for people to end the race here, I don't think that actually the button worked, so rip. It worked that time though when I tried looking at Creamy, but
Oh, Cookie loses it across the line.
I'm sure that wasn't on purpose because a lot of people do that.
It did not look on purpose. He was definitely trying to correct out of that.
Well, guys, what a race! What a race! The first beginning opening laps were pretty fun to watch, and I just noticed Creamy John's number was 69. Really nice, really nice.
Now, if you'll excuse me.
Let's get some interviews going.
Oh boy, there's already reports?
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
I will
FYI,
be
here we go again.
right back.
Well, there you guys have it. Creamy John's taking the win. I believe his first win in GSR for him. We're going to get the interviews underway shortly. And look at those time penalties.
Hi.
18, 18, 15, 12. Wow. Is it
Hello,
here?
Cream.
How's it going, dudes?
Hey.
Congratulations on the win. That was a fantastic race from you. Very commanding lead. I know by the 3rd lap you had a 5-second gap, I believe, to the car behind. So there's not much to talk about. Your pit strategy, 1 stop, it was great. I just wanted to talk to you about the first lap. Did you have to avoid any incidents, or was it just smooth sailing the entire race? Because the field behind you, oh boy, did they have trouble.
Yeah, I heard people yelling on Discord about it. No, I came close with Gore at the start, but I guess he backed out before he went into the S's, so that was as close as I got to anybody. Actually, I almost got hit by a lapped car because he wasn't ghosted for some reason, but yeah, no harm, no foul.
Yep. Well, I just want to let you know right now, you are our driver of the day. You were uber consistent, no mistakes, no issues, no collisions. Very good job indeed.
Cool, thanks a lot.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, good job, man.
Alrighty.
Who else can we
Next was
bring?
Rogue.
Rogue? Oh, yes. Newbie. Newbie in terms of our league. Hello, Rogue.
Hi, Rogue.
Hello.
Congratulations on the great finishing position for your second race.
Yeah, made it a lot harder for myself than I should have done. That's for sure.
Yeah, what happened?
Talk to us about the first lap incident. What happened there?
Well, me and Gore started defending going before even the pit straight, the backstretch, anyways. Like whenever whenever he jumped me on him and Creamy,
Mhm.
and at that point I was just stuck behind them, and then Righteous came up. So in the third sector, we were going. There's three of us going into that left-hander before that long right, and at that point, my tires were pretty heated at that point from trying to keep it in hot lap and Rich trying to fight. And after that right-hander fighting Righteous around the going full send through there, I downshifted too much. In that second last corner, I downshifted to fourth, and the rear went away from me, and I spun it around. Unfortunate.
Sure.
But
And your pit strategy, you decided to take your mediums 21 laps. Were there any issues with that?
well, originally I was going for a 2-stop from the very beginning. I wasn't planning on doing a 1-stop, but after a while, because my pace compared to most people was pretty good without really using my tires up. So get them out of that race, I was just behind people saving ERS and then passing them when they made a mistake. And so I didn't really hurt my tires too much. I don't even know what I finished them on, what percentage. I didn't even look at them the entire race. So, but they're fine until last 3 laps or so. I had to keep it pretty tidy through the S's to not make not lose them. But overall, pretty good tire management.
Sure. All right. Well, like I said, congratulations! A spectacular result for your first race with us.
For your debut, for
Yeah.
sure. We'll be keeping our eye on you.
Alrighty, nice talking to you.
And who do you want to bring in next?
I don't know. I mean, do you want to bring anyone?
I mean, the only thing I'd really ask is Gore about his penalties versus Hammer Time, but honestly, I know what he's gonna say. He's gonna say, "Yeah, I knew. I pushed on the last lap and I got like within 2.7 seconds, and that's how he passed him." So probably not. I think in terms of the wow factor, this race, the gaps developed early, and there wasn't much to talk about past some pretty good overtakes.
Okay. Well, I guess that's it from us tonight. We will see you guys in around 2 weeks for the next Tier 1 race, and then the next Tier 2 race.
Whoa. I believe we do have a special winter event.
We do. It's going to be the inter-league race. I don't know exactly every single league's going to be there, but we're going to be there.
It will be on Saturday, the 28th. I'm not sure at the time, but it will be 3 races between 3. And that was also not the winter event I was talking about.
Oh.
I was talking about our endurance race. We will be hosting an endurance race in Assetto Corsa. Please join our Discord if you're interested. It will be GT3s, 2 hours in Spa.
Yep, and if you do want to join GSR in general, you can go to our website, globalspecracing.com/community or register. And with that, I don't think there's anything else to say, unless you want to say something.
Nope.
Okay,
Nope.
well, happy holidays to everyone here. Hope you enjoyed the race. I'm going to leave you guys off with a little teaser and highlight video of what Tier 1 is going to look like next time you see it on stream. And this has been Kia and Van. And have a good night.
Goodbye.
Okay.
In this case, he even kept the second gear for the first corner, but for the second corner of the chicane, you want to go down to the first gear to get that extra turning power. That's for him in this race. And, no one really predicted that he would be in the top 3, but I think they might not be used to him. And he set the 3rd position here with a 144.5, just 2 tenths behind Tiggy. Oh, that's the 6th position.
6th fastest.
And
Oh, it's very hard.
he improves by 4 tenths.
Small little lap there shouldn't affect his lap time too much. Done now into the braking zone of the bus stop. Get some
does improve.
He does improve. He goes to
3/10. Positions W Gore. Oh wait, Paco was able to improve just last second. He's second position with 1/10 between him and W Gore.
Everyone's taking it nice and easy. Oh shit, what's happening up here?
Done first position, Borat is third and
W Gore is
second.
taking a lead back again after falling down to third.
So Figlin is following W Gore really close and he's almost able to overtake here, but W Gore is able to defend. It's really hard to overtake in the section of the track. And there you go, oh, there's a big crash. Oh, you can still tell it's so slow. At the exit of Eau Rouge and he spins a lot and he gets so many positions. W Gore sets the fastest lap at 2 minutes flat. And Taco is able to overtake here Borat in the straight, the fifth straight. Borat
ran really wide at the chicane and lost 2 positions. No, he won't.
Radical goes wide and Viper is able to take a position and Babushka is also out. And then Viper spins out! And now it's Babushka who wins it all!
Gets a very, very good exit.
Looks like this is going to be the pass. He makes a move on the right side. And there you go, he's in front. He's going to have to outbrake him. He manages to do it. He goes to the right and then... Oh, Borat is going to get overtake from Taco here. Taco is... Oh, this fight down in the position. They're side by side and they're going to go in here. It's a first and Taco is stepping inside and gets a better entrance to the corner. Borat still has some good moves though. Now Taco gets a better exit than him. It's going to be the end of him. Much better agent out of the chicane. Now Babushka has to defend. He has the inside line. Just don't outbreak yourself. Borat holds from the over-under. And there you go, they're still fighting. Borat's going to get the DRS straight. There, he's going to have to get a really good overroute on those hard tires if he wants to be able to contest that position. Using all the DRS he can, all the energy to try to get near to Niall. But Niall goes very defensive here. He's on the inside. And there you go, Van Beet actually touches it a little bit, but Niall gets very braking right. And he's just going to have to try again. But now he's all out of energy because he used down in the last straight. Now the DRS lets him keep up on this little straight here. And then go back and see the Eau Rouge radio. They're about to get the straight. And let's see if Van Beet is able to use. But he's in DRS mode 4 still, so that means he's going to be completely out of energy. And it's all going to be, oh, but Niall goes in the glass. And there you go, Van Beet gets the position for 3.